ever stop and look at life from a different perspective? How about considering we're all products on a conveyor belt? Yes, you are a product called human. So get used to it. Yes, you, whoever you are. Or maybe you're someone who's not open to broaden your view. You just have a closed mind. The fact is, everybody without fail is a product developed during the first 7 years of life. Your first 7 years, provided you're lucky enough to live that long. Regardless of what you were born with in terms of character or personality, our carers, if we can call them that, and people we come in contact with, influence the first few years of our production and belief systems. We, the product, go on to be trained to be a service to our world through an education system. For most of this is working for someone else who likes to pay us little as possible while breaking our backs serving them. The them are products just like you and me, because everybody is a product serving someone. It doesn't matter who you are, a teacher to a king or queen or even Donald Trump. Nobody escapes, and we all serve someone, and we're all products of the same system. A lot of people find out later on in life this is what's happened to them. And they want to get off this conveyor belt and live a different life, live their own life. They're fed up with it. Whenever you connect with anybody, it makes sense to remember everyone is a product like us, produced by products like us, except each one of us is unique because our production was different. Our production is unique to us. We are not like bars of chocolates on a production line produced to a standard. When you label someone, judge someone, criticize someone, or hate someone, you are doing it to someone who is also a product of a product. When you realize this, it could allow you to be more tolerant because that person is definitely a product of a product because no one escapes. We are all part of one huge conveyor belt. Let me explain. Part of a product's development is traveling on a conveyor belt. Quality checkers, they stand there and they pull out those that don't pass the test. Some get through while others that are perfect may fail. Those that failed are called rejects, and they also go through a process. Some end up in the rejects or second store, and others get chucked. There are some that get dismantled and put back into stock for the next production. Any of the products could be taken by the end user and modified to fit their requirements. Every product has a timeline that will come to an end and then is thrown away or put into the basement or loft forever. Do you see the similarities between this conveyor belt and the human conveyor belt? The problem with our conveyor belt is there is no quality checker. We are supposed to be educated, although some of us fail to get one, which can be our carer's choice, not ours. If we have a problem, unless it really is serious, really is bad, nobody notices or doesn't care. Even if it's really bad, often people don't care. Our education system is designed to make us work capable. Yeah, make us ready for work. It generally fails to prepare us for life. If there's a defect, nothing is done about it. We have a lot of rules and laws in place to encourage us to fit the system, almost forcing us to fit the system. When we step outside of the system, we get punished. Punishment depends on the judge, lawyers, and money, because you get what you pay for, if you can afford it. There is no consistency when it comes to the penalty. We believe we have the best system with jurors, but we know through experience this is so flawed. The difference between our conveyor belt and a manufacturing conveyor belt is simple. The manufacturer would close if the product failed and they didn't fix the cause. Nothing is done to support the human conveyor belt, and the growth in problems has increased consistently over time. We are failing. Yes, we are. We're failing badly. We have 1,000,001 initiatives at a huge cost for fixing the symptoms of our problems. But we rarely go back to the source. Imagine what would happen if a manufacturer kept fixing problems or removing them on the conveyor belt, but never went back to the source. Simple, isn't it? The business would fail. It must be time to look at our conveyor belt and find ways to give children a better chance to succeed in life. Stop spending fortune shoring up the systems and put the effort into nipping them in the bud before they have a chance to be let out on an unsuspecting society. A major problem that impacted one organization was identified as a lack of effective communication, plus a fear of admitting something was wrong. Nobody would speak up for fear of retribution. Production in one car manufacturer increased dramatically once they solved this problem. Today, more and more people fear speaking up. And when they do, nobody cares. Nobody wants to listen. How many more times do we need to hear about child abuse before someone starts listening and doing something about it, before it really gets way out of hand? How many more whistleblowers will we chastise when they report a problem when we need to listen to them? Nothing will change if we keep on sticking our heads in the sand. It's time to wake up. We love to put people down who have the courage to speak up and yet fail to consider the consequences of this continued denial. People don't want to listen or deal with any hassle that goes with it. It's time to wake up. We are surrounded by false and fabricated information, and we allow it all. And the worst part is people believe it. Or they only read part of it and it has a totally different impact on them, a totally different understanding. It's time to wake up. The media is nearly always negative because it's what sells, but it also has a negative impact. It's really time to wake up. Remember, everybody is a product. You are a product. The children are our future. Let's cut out the abuse. Let's stop making rules that dictate how children are dealt with in difficult circumstances and bring back common sense. Let's wake up and give all children a decent start to life. Let's wake up and look beyond ourselves and what we want, and be aware that every other person is a product just like you, and they were all made through other people, products of products. I hope you change how you react to anybody, because you have no knowledge of the treatment and messages they receive during their production. Because yes, you are also a product. Please share this video as much as you can. Please consider everybody is a product of a product just like you. What they say and how they act is based on their initial production period, just like you.